Hi, my name's Stephen Hand from Archery Supplies. Jake Kaminski just did a review on this bow and he addressed some points, and as soon as he did it my phone's rang hot. So I want to address his video and his points in the video and see how it is. So the first thing, Jake Kaminski, Olympic archer, world renowned, big YouTube channel, blah blah blah. Okay, so he did a review on this and he had three main points from it. One, the box was squashed when he got it. One, the riser was light, and one, the limb bolts didn't fit. Okay, so those are the 3 points I take from it. There may be more points which we'll discuss at the end, but there are 3 points. This is the Tebow box. This is what it looks like. This is a Hoyt box. Hoyt formula box. Dimensions identical. Cardboard. This is the Hoyt. It is one thickness of cardboard. Tebow, one thickness of cardboard. It is identical configuration of cardboard, how it's built. It is absolutely identical inside. The way this cardboard has been built, it is identical to the Hoyt box. It's almost like they're made from the same company. They are so similar. I'm going to take the Hoyt out so you can see. There, you can see these little things on the side here. See how they're cut in? Now, this is not me rehearsing videos when I do it. I do these things from scratch, right? So I'm like... This here, you can see the little flaps. They're identical in length. Absolutely identical boxes. So Jake's first point was that this box is crap. They're identical boxes. There's no difference in thickness. And I'm going to say no difference in weight because they're identical. The specs are absolutely identical. And it's really surprising. I get cardboard boxes made at a local factory, literally right next to my shop. And when they build cardboard boxes for me, they build them in the factory and they build them at a spec, and you can tell it's like made. These are identical. Like, why would you make a cardboard box with these little round curves? It makes no sense to me. It makes no sense that Jungsing, this is Jungsing, would copy Hoyt or Hoyt would copy Jungsing, and people are going to say which way it occurs, but it makes no sense to me whatsoever that they're identical boxes. Doesn't make any sense. Right, so that's my first point. So, I'm going to pack away the Hoyt first. So the Hoyt comes in a little plastic bag with a sock, and we can see the Hoyt sock. It's got padding inside. The Tebow comes with similar stuff, Allen keys, string, little plate inside. It comes in an identical sock. Identical Velcro, identical insides, identical. I cannot pick the difference, okay? So if it's made in the same factory, and I'm going to say Hoyt does not have these bags made in the USA, and I could be wrong, but I'm going to guess they're made in China, so I'm going to guess they come from the same factory. This is the riser. Okay, so this is the riser. Now, my understanding is this is an old Hoyt riser. It's a formula riser. I've never seen one in real life, okay? I've been in archery for 40 years. I've visited 80 stores in America and stores here. I have never seen one in real life. I've never seen anyone shoot one. I've only seen them on YouTube by World Archery, shot by World Archery people. I have never shot one, never seen one, never felt one. So this is the Tebow one. It's the first one I've seen. I don't know the name of the Hoyt one like this. I know it's not a current model in the Hoyt lineup because I looked before doing this video, right? Because Jake said this riser is very light, right? So I'm like, okay, let's address each point, because I don't know, maybe he's right. So the first thing Jake said was the riser is very light. Now, I'm a big fan of light. Big fan. A huge fan of this riser. This is the Fivix Xena riser. Huge fan. It's half the weight of a normal riser. And why am I a huge fan of light risers? Because they're lightweight and people get into the sport. Half the weight is a good thing because people struggle to hold up the riser. When I started back after my heart surgery, I started with this riser. The Xena riser sells for about $150. Fivix told me they lose money making these things. They're really lovely, they're lightweight, and look, it is what it is, right? 150 bucks. This riser from Junxing is about 150 bucks. Some paint issues with it, like it's 150 bucks, international fitting limbs. It's more like a standard weight, and we're going to weigh these risers, and that way we kind of, you know where we're going, and we're not just making up stuff, right? So, got a piece of cord, just like, and I don't. When I do reviews, and when people come in the shop, I feel exhausted already with this review. So, scale. It's like, what bow do you want? How much do you want to spend? Right? I don't care what you buy. I got no interest in whatsoever what you buy. 179. Right? So this one is 1.79 pounds. So, a person brought a bow from me the other day. Super fast hunting bow. First bow. Did I recommend that bow? No, I didn't. Right? I wouldn't recommend a super fast hunting bow to a person. He takes it to his local target club. He wanted a 70-pound bow for his first bow. Takes it to his local club, and the club goes, they sold you the wrong bow. So he rings me up and he goes, you sold me the wrong bow. I'm like, I didn't sell you that bow. I sold it to him, but I didn't recommend it. So it's the bow he wanted. He wanted the fastest bow for hunting. So anyway, so he's going to come back. I don't know what he's going to buy. Right, so this one, you hold it like that, and then like that, comes in at 2.57 pounds. So, like, I like the lighter weight for beginners. Now, as you become stronger and you get used to shooting, you get used to stabilizers, go up to a heavier riser, and barebow shooters will add weight to the riser as they become used to it. Now, I'm going to grab the Hoyt. I haven't done a review on this Hoyt. I think Hoyt makes really good products. I'm not having a go at Hoyt. This is the product. It's beautiful. It's beautifully finished. There's a little bit of string where I weighed it before. I'm going to do it on camera so you can see it. Because when Jake said it's a lot lighter, I was like, whoa, that's surprising. I don't know of a light riser, because most risers are identical in weight, right? So that's why I was really surprised. Look, it's got little dampening things in here to absorb vibration, really good. Now, when you're a beginner and you come into a shop like mine, and I'm going to say I went to 80 shops in America, 80 archery shops in America, across all the states I've been into, didn't see a target recurve, very few target gear, and I've said this on many of videos. It's very hard to find target gear, and I think shops should have them. Now, if you were stocking target gear, there is no point in stocking this bow, and I'm not having to go at Hoyt, all right? Because your average archer is going to come in and want about $100 bow, $200 bow. It's no use having a $1,000 bow. You have $1,000 bows when you've got a market for it, when you're a Lancaster, when you're a big store, and you're getting all the archers from around the world, around America, buying off you. If I was in America, I would have all the target recurves, all of them. And I'm not picking any brands. I would have all of them. Every target bow made that I could get my hand on, I would have in my shop, saying consumers have a choice. So choice to the consumer, right? That's my thing, choice. Right. Right, so there. So this one is 3.01 pounds. It's a machined riser. This one, it does feel a little bit lighter than the Hoyt, but not substantially. It feels like a normal kind of riser to me. It's Jack's second point, so we'll see if he's right or if he's wrong. The only reason I'm doing this video is because otherwise on Monday and Tuesday and Thursday and Friday and Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to get emails from people asking me about Jake's video. So I'm going to say, just watch my video. 2.83. That's pretty much where I expected it. Now, is part of the reason for that so they're both pretty much the same size. So this one like 0.2 of a pound lighter, nothing. Right. Okay, so Jake's next point was limb bolts. And I'm going to say, if you have a problem with a manufacturer or a product, you go back to the manufacturer. Now, sure, produce a video if you've had a problem. I had a problem with a Legend bow case, and the stitching wasn't stitched at the factory, and I said to Legend, you offer a lifetime warranty, it's a brand new case, and the stitching wasn't stitched. The guy from Legend Archery said get stuffed, and I brought a lot of stuff from Legend. And I was like, but you offer a lifetime warranty, so I've got to wear the cost. And anyway, so he was like, well, and I said, well, I'll do a video on it. He said, you do a video on it and I will make sure no one sells to you. French guy from Legend Archery. Like, it's a $100, $200 case, so I'm not going to sell you cases anymore. So now I just go, there's no warranty with Legend cases. You break them, that's just your tough luck. It is what it is, right? So anyway, Legend cases on their website, they've got a lifetime warranty. Good luck getting it. Right, so it comes with Allen keys. Now, to adjust the limb bolts in this, it's a Hoyt system. It locks down, it's fully down when you buy it, and there's a bolt that screws into the back of it. If you try and untighten it this way, out, it's fully in, you'll basically strip out the riser. Don't try and overstretch things. I have so many people strip out limb bolts that it's annoying. Right, I'm going to put this in. Right, fully in. So to undo it, so it's just the win limb bolt opens up. So there's a screw which goes inside and it forces itself out. This is just a bolt that pushes in the back. Now, I think this will be metric. I think. So, you unscrew it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When you're fitting, I don't know how many I'm up to now, 7, 8, 9. No movement at all. We'll almost be out now. No movement at all. No movement at all. Now, I'm going to say about limb bolts, it's fully out now, right? So it can't go back in. You know how Jake's, when he did his video, would just slip in? The reason is there's different size limb bolts, and what happened, they fitted the wrong size limb bolt. I've had this before, I've seen it before, and I've contacted the manufacturer. I said, these are just loose. I said, have a look. And it's like Jake's video. I sent them the manufacturer, and they're like, oh, we've sent the wrong limb bolt, right? So I thought when Jake did his video, I was like, maybe this is going to have the wrong limb bolts as well. I've got a bag of limb bolts back there. They were just, and it's the same thread, it's just a little bit thinner. And I've got no idea what bow they're for, but they look identical. They're just a smidge thinner. Anyway, so I'm going to put in 2 turns. You can't shoot this bow with 2 turns. There's not enough thread, but you can see it doesn't move. There's no movement at all on that limb bolt. It's a tight fitting, right? So that's his third point. You can see how much tension requires to put it in. It's decent. I cannot see a difference between this limb locking system and the Hoyt or some other bows, right? So look, it looks fine. This is a powder coat finish. It doesn't look as fancy as your Hoyts. Now, Jake in his video mentioned about intellectual property and all that sort of stuff and how companies make money. Right, and I want to address that. I've been selling archery gear for 40 years. I have never seen one of these in real life. There is no one in my state, South Australia, shooting one. There was no one in Canberra shooting one of these risers. I am sure there's one of these being shot in Australia somewhere, okay? And I'm going to say there's one. I'm going to say there are no archery shops in Australia stocking whatever model, whatever this was called, riser. They didn't stock them. They didn't sell many top of the line Hoyt stuff. They do stock Win and Win because I stock all the Win and Win. I stock all the Fivics. I stock all the colours. And it costs lots of money to stock all the colours. How many top of the line $1,000 risers do I have in stock? Meta DXs from Win and Win in all the different colours. I might have 16. 16 at $1,600. ATF X's Deluxe, which is the new one from Win and Win. I don't have many because they've sold really, really well. I've probably got 4 in stock right now. I've got more coming. Top of the line Fivics risers, they've sold really well as well. I might have 5 in stock. The MK riser, I sold one of those the other day. I've got 6 in stock. I've got the top of the line Hoyt in stock. I want every riser, I want people to have a choice, and then when they come in, they have a choice. Now, when people come into an archery store to buy a bow, they don't know that this is a whatever it is. They don't know that. They just see a riser. They're a beginner. They don't know anyone's names. They don't know about anyone. They just want to twang arrows at a target. Okay? They come in with a budget. They go, generally it's $100 to $200. The Hoyt, the top of the line Win and Wins, is not in the average person's budget. Okay? It's not. I can count how many times in my 40 years have I sold a top of the line Olympic setup to a beginner archer. Beginner archers account for at least 95% of my sales in my store. Beginner archers. Generally, once a person has a bow, that's it. There are very few people in a state in Australia who are serious competitor archers, and people are going to jump up and down. It's a small number. Let's say there's 20, let's say there's 50, let's say there's 60 competitive archers in Australia shooting recurve. Very few of them will change their bow in the next year. Very few. Let's say 10% do. That's 6 bow sales a year. It's very, very few. Right? So this bow does not compete with this bow. The person who's wanting to buy this bow will not go, geez, give me a go at this and let me try it because this might be as good as this. Never happens. The person who buys this bow, and I haven't sold one yet, so I haven't sold one, so I didn't know, which is why I'm doing this video. I haven't sold one. The person who buys this bow will go, they're both white. Which one do I like the weight of? Which one do I like the grip of? That's exactly what they'll do. They're both white. This is a shiny white. This is a dull white. Which one do I like the color of? Which one do I like the feel of? They'll grab this one. Which one do I like the feel of? This one's more expensive. The paintwork on this has got some marks on it. Which one do I like the look of? And you think I'm joking. This is the way it is in an archery shop. And if you work in an archery shop, you know this is the way life is. And I feel like I'm preaching, but this is the way life is. I had a boyfriend and girlfriend, or husband and wife, in yesterday buying 2 competitive archery bows, and they had a budget. Okay, they were working class people, so they're not students. So they had a budget of $500 for a riser. This riser was not in their budget. Not in their budget. They don't even look at it, right? Do you know what the girl wanted? She wanted a silver riser. So this one's not even in the picture. She didn't even pick it up. The other risers, like, she did consider this, but she wanted silver. This riser doesn't come in silver, so she brought the Fivics for later. Came in silver. She liked the feel of the grip. It didn't hit a knuckle here, and that's why she brought it. It was silver. Her boyfriend or husband purchased a Kinetic Sovereign. And the reason why it was purple, he likes purple. That's it. He wanted a bare bow riser, and I had better bare bow risers in stock. The Rhino from Descartes, whole heap of bare bow risers. He wanted a purple riser. It was the purple riser I had in stock that he liked the look of. It's about consumer choice. That people come in and they go, oh, I want a purple bow, I want a green bow, I want a red bow, I want a... And you might think this is stupid. this is the way things are. People come in and they feel the grip and they go, yeah, look, I like the feel of that. I like the weight. You can see this bow is not really that sort of balanced. It'll be balanced once you put a stabilizer on it. The Scaddy from Fivix the other day, they put tungsten weights down the bottom here. So when I held it, it kind of stood upright. So your $1,000 bow purchase, this bow here, if someone's looking at this, they should also look at, you know, the top of the line Fivix, the Titans, the Argons, the Scaddies, the Win and Win ATF Deluxe, the the Win and Win Meta Deluxe, which is an amazing bow. That's what people look at. They look at international fitting limbs. International fitting limbs means I'm limited to Hoyt and MK Archery. And also Jungsing now produce international fitting limbs, okay, in a budget variety. So that's what they look at in an archery shop. So that's my thing. So given that how exhausting that was, because it's exhausting for me, if you have a problem with a product, you contact the shop or the manufacturer and you say, I've got a problem and this is the problem. Chances are you probably make the problem yourself by stripping the bow out, by doing it strung or unstringing the bow or leaving the bow in a hot car or dry firing the bow. That's the pretty standard thing. So Jake Kaminski said he wouldn't shoot this, so I'm going to put my life on. I'm going to be daring and put my life at thing, and we're going to string one of these and do a review on it and see what it's like, because I've never shot an Formula Limb. I've never shot this bow. This is the first time I've ever pulled one out of a packet, so we're going to put one together, shoot it, and see if it's any different, how it feels, and all the rest of it. So now on the stickers, so Jake also mentioned about the stickers. He goes, oh, you can just peel them off. It's the same with every bow manufacturer. They're stickers. These are stickers. They've always been stickers. It's a sticker. It's a sticker. It doesn't matter if it's a PSE, an Elite, whatever. They're stickers. They stick on. I can't tell you if Hoyt's got one. I've never seen one, so I can't tell you if the Hoyt sticker's in the same spot. I can't tell you about this stuff. I've never seen one. Right? I've only got this one here. Right? So anyway, we're going to try this one out, see how it feels. It takes the formula limbs, so not international fitting limbs. So the question will be, is there an advantage to formula limbs over international fitting limbs? And I've never shot formula limbs, so we're going to try that. But what it does, what these products do, and people are going to say, well, it's a copy product, blah, blah. Okay. That's your choice as a consumer, okay? On what you buy and to educate yourself before you buy and make an informed decision, right? What this enables you to do is shoot a bow at a low cost, right? When I was a junior, I was Australian champion, and you've probably heard this before. I was Australian champion. I broke the Australian record. I shot a postal shoot against the world, and I think I came third. Okay. Shortly after that, my bow broke. Okay, my bow broke. Limb cracked. Couldn't get new limbs. I earned $5. I earned $5 a week working. I rolled papers from midnight till 6 o'clock in the morning for $10. I had to pay for all my own clothes. I had to pay for my car. I had to pay for university. I had to pay for school. My parents made me work. So 12 o'clock till 6 o'clock at night, rolling papers for $10. Now people are going to say, well, that's not the award wage and all the rest of it. And I say, good on you, because you can go and tell the guy to stick it up his ass because it's not an award wage. Then you don't have a job. I will never look back on that employer and go, look, you really did me wrong for paying me $10 to roll your papers. I was thankful I had a job, because it was not easy to get a job. So I worked 6 hours for $10. It taught me the value of money. The point was, I couldn't shoot because I couldn't save for a bow. It was basically until, and I did shoot. I had some other bows, like I had some other crappy bows I shot. I had a bow I built out of bits, but it wasn't competitive. Okay, I had a bow I brought secondhand with cracks in the limbs and stuff, but I couldn't afford stuff until I had a proper job in the public service and I moved to Canberra. Right, I was poor. I couldn't afford lunch. I couldn't afford coffees. I was poor. Okay? So when people of privilege, i.e. you're given stuff for free, because you are given stuff for free and you're paid to shoot items. I sound like I'm having a go, and maybe I am having a go. I feel, and every day in my shop, every day, people come in and they go, I've got a budget of $200. That's all I can spend. I need arrows, I need a bow for $200. That's all I've got. And you're like, I had a guy come in the other day with a compound bow, fiberglass arrows. And he goes, oh, what are these arrows like? Can I get some more for my compound bow? And they're the school arrows. And I was like, if you shoot these out of this, they're going to smash. They're going to go through your arm. You're going to hurt yourself. And I felt like I was doing a sales job, right? And I'm like, but this bow and these arrows were sold to him by another archery shop which no longer exists in this state. A Hoyt. It was a Hoyt. And I'm not having to go at Hoyt. It was a Hoyt bow with these little fiberglass arrows that would smash if you shot them. I was like, you can't shoot them. They were so lucky. These. They were like these little fiberglass things. They're rubbish. Designed for little 10-pound longbows, right? They were rubbish. Should never been sold. Anyway, so I sold him some carbon arrows for $5 each. He brought 5 of them, $25. He went in the back range, tried them. So my sale was $25. They shot straight. His draw length was too short for him, but that's all he could afford, $25. That's what you're dealing with in an archery shop. So when people lecture me about which bow to buy which bow you want to buy. I don't mind if you buy this, you buy the Xena. They all shoot the same. They all feel pretty much the same. I don't care which one you buy. If you want to buy this because it looks pretty, you buy it because it looks pretty. If you want to buy a bow because it's pink, you buy a bow because it's pink. That's my view. As long as you enjoy it and you're enjoying what you're doing and you're having fun doing it and you're hurting people, then I'll go for it. So anyway, that's my story, and I'm pretty passionate about that stuff. People will say you shouldn't be selling this stuff. And I'm going to say, if I don't sell it, it'll be sold on Alibaba, and Jake will buy one off Alibaba from China, and it'll come in and people will buy it, and therefore I don't make the sale. And therefore people don't come to me to buy the arrows, they don't come to me to buy the finger tabs, they don't come to me to upgrade stuff. So I would prefer that everyone buys everything off me. Okay, as a shop, my goal is that I build archery, I grow archery, I get more people shooting, I teach them how to shoot, I set up their bows for them and they enjoy it and they come back and buy more stuff and they become serious. They're like, I love archery, that's what I want. I had a guy come in on Friday, I had lots of people come in. Guy come in Friday, he's been shooting for a year, he goes, I love archery, I practice all the time, he just won a competition, he just won a national tournament, he's been shooting for a year. When he started, he's like, I just want to fling a few arrows, I don't want to take this seriously. And now he's like, oh, I'm all serious. That's exactly what I want. I want to see that passion, the passion of enjoying flinging an arrow at the target. Doesn't matter what bow you shoot. I don't care what bow you shoot. But the reason why I want people to buy bows off me, as opposed to on eBay, the bow's set up, the arrow shoots straight, you get the right arrows, we teach you how to shoot, as opposed to the bow hitting your arm. I had a lady who drove 5 hours to come in the shop on Friday. She was learning to shoot. We spent 5 hours with her. And she had this big arm go on. Her arm's like that. I'm like, just bend your arm like that. It won't hit. You don't want to hit your arm. Like, you want to help people and you spend time with them. You don't make any money on it. People are going to say you don't make any money. I made a lot more money programming. I'm a pretty good programmer and I'm a pretty good manager and IT stuff, and I earn a lot more money doing that. But I like archery, I like helping people, and I like the sport. So anyway, that's it. I'm going to set that up and put my life on risk and shoot it and see how it goes. So that'll be on the next video. I'm Stephen Hand. Thanks for watching. I hope it's been informative. And I'm not telling you to go and buy one of these. But I'm going to say, but if you want to get started in recurve archery, start off cheap, because you're going to go through a whole bunch of limbs. That's what I did. I've got a whole video. I've just come back from heart surgery, all the bows I went through. Start off cheap and just go shoot. Build up strength, build up form, build up technique. Then if you become competitive and you're like, I need 5 more points to be national champion, then by all means go and pick one of those expensive risers, which one you like the look of or feel of, and you go shoot it. I can't stress enough. I did the review on the Fivix and I shot it, and I shot really well with it. I didn't want to change from win and win. I was very happy with the win and win bow I was shooting, and I shot 10 points better. And then I shoot the next product and I'm like, I like that, I shoot better. And then suddenly I shoot a really good score and I'm like, oh, this is good. Now part of that could be me, and part of it is me, and part of it is the gear, that I like the gear. So, and I'm going to say I could not be happier with the Fivix gear I shoot. The limbs are an amazing product. I have never had a warranty on a Fivix set of limbs. The riser is great. Very, very happy. And I've been very, very happy with all the win and win stuff too. So generally it's all pretty good stuff. Now I'm going to say if you choose cheap limbs, like $100 limbs, you cannot compare a $100 set of limbs to a $1,000 set of limbs. Very different products. Very different materials used in it. But if you're planning to use one for 3 months just to build strength, just go with the cheap ones, and then you sell them off at half price and then move on to the next one, because you're going to move through a whole heap of limbs. Now, just from heart surgery, I started off on about 18 pounds, and I went through in 2 pound or 3 pound increments up to where I'm up to now. Just changed limbs again. That's been about 3 months. I'm now up to 50 pounds, so you can imagine how many sets of limbs I went through. And all those limbs went up secondhand in my shop, and they all sold really quickly. So yeah, people bought them because they'd only been shot for literally a few weeks. While I just built up strength and moved on to the next one. So, but pick a riser you like the feel of. Watch the reviews. Trust people. When I say trust people, work out if you trust them or not, whether they're just doing a sales job on you, and enjoy your archery. The more you shoot, the better you'll shoot, and that's that simple. Thanks for watching. Bye.